Hey, what's up, everybody? Listen, I'm always reading books and trying to learn new things, and sometimes I learn something that I just have to share with other people. So, anyway, I always share these with my wife, and then I just feel like I really want other people to know these things. And I think a lot of you probably have experienced the same thing in your adult years, where you were raised a certain way, you were raised being taught certain things, and then you grow up and you realize that it wasn't all true, or you weren't told the whole story, and that sort of thing. One of those things for me has been facts and details about the Civil War in America. And I understand that my opinions about those things are not going to be popular, but I still want to remain truthful and also not just buy into cultural milieu, the cultural trends of the day. I want to be a free thinker, and I also want to think biblically. I want to apply biblical principles, ethics, and morals to history and events in history and that sort of thing. I'm reading a biography on Robert E. Lee at the moment by one J. Stephen Wilkins. You can look this up. It's called Call of Duty: The Sterling Nobility of Robert E. Lee. It was published in like 1997. Anyway, something I didn't know, and there's a lot of things in that book that I find fascinating, and that I find fascinating about Robert E. Lee's life. And he's such a hated man today. And if you'd read about him, I hope you realize, like myself, I don't know why this man's hated. Anyway, at the beginning of the Civil War, Lee was in the Army. He was a West Point graduate. And before anything really kicked off, or it was about to kick off, Lincoln actually offered Lee command of the Union troops. This is so fascinating. But Lee said in a letter, and you can find his letters, they're published, and it's in the book. I don't have it on me to read you the direct quote, but Lee refused Lincoln's offer. And the reason that Lee gave him was, he said, I won't turn on my own people. Lincoln's plan was to invade the South. He wanted to, through military force, take over the South and force his will. Now, mind you, this is 2 years before the Emancipation Proclamation. So we're just talking about early days of the Civil War. Anyway, again, this is something that you don't hear about. You just heard that Lee was this traitor, slave-loving, horrible man. And when you actually read the facts about his life, it seems to be nothing, that all of that seems to be completely untrue and the furthest thing from the truth. And so anyway, I just found it absolutely fascinating, being a veteran myself too, but just the insane offer that was from Lincoln, and to see Lee's resolve and steadfastness to his principles. He always said he was a Virginian first and then an American, and his family was all from Virginia. And so anyway, he turned it down because he wasn't going to invade his own people, who would have been Virginians. He was from the people that Lincoln was saying, we're going to invade them and by force, force their will. That's an un-American way to go about policies. So anyway, I hope you find that fascinating too. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm just going to keep sharing things that I find fascinating, and things that are these kind of discoveries that that I find very interesting, and that maybe I wasn't really taught growing up. So anyway, they're going to be raw videos like this. I'm not really going to highly produce these or anything like that. You can go to Take Hold Studios and subscribe to my channel over there. where my wife and I do a podcast, and that's a little cleaned up, a little better, a little more focused and produced there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and again, subscribe if you want to get more, but I'll catch you next time. See you guys.